Belichick coached team since Big Ben in 2004. I don't think that age is right on that script. Isn't he 22 years old, Lamar Jackson?
What did they say, 24?
24?
No, he's 21 last year. So
he's 22, yeah. All right, Max, I'm looking at you for this one. Was this a legit win for the Ravens against the Patriots or simply smoke and mirrors?
This was smoke and mirrors. I don't know about simply smoke and mirrors, but I predicted going into this game. It's like, please don't get it twisted. Of course Belichick's trying to win the game. Mm-hmm. But defensively, what I believed he would do is put stuff down on film that would not be there if they met again. And what he actually wound up doing, Belichick, was threw everything at Lamar Jackson in the offense. So he has a book on him now. You know, now it may be when you read the book, it tells you there's nothing you can do, right? But like he knows, Belichick knows after yesterday's defensive scheme, if you could call it that, how Lamar Jackson reacts to like every coverage that the Patriots could throw at him. Again, it doesn't guarantee victory if they meet again, but I believe that's what was foremost on Belichick's mind in terms of preparing for this team defensively, offensively. And you know, D'Angelo Williams gave the Ravens defense credit, which they deserve. Offensively, Brady really couldn't get much done. I mean, the score was not as, it was a lopsided score, and it should have been worse. A muffed punt and a return on it, you know, like you recover on the 30-yard line, and, you know, otherwise it's a really ridiculous score. And Stephen A., I don't want to take any credit away from Lamar Jackson, who's 22 years old and the most accurate passer age 21 in the history of the NFL. But no team whose quarterback has led the team in rushing has ever won the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson's leading the team in rushing right now. So I don't know that this is a Super Bowl winning formula, and I think in the AFC, the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through the Patriots.
I think you're wrong. I don't think this was smoke and mirrors. I think this is something that's legit that you've got to pay attention to simply because of the threat that is Lamar Jackson with his legs and what kind of problem that causes for the New England Patriots. Defensively, Dante Hightower was in on about 13 tackles. He showed up. Everybody else seemed out of funk. Now, we could give credit to the Ravens defense because they were drawing up all kinds of blitzes that seemed to throw the Patriots off guard. And you just don't see that happen too much to a New England Patriots team, particularly coached by Belichick. Obviously, usually you don't find a situation where you're the opposite team and you're throwing blitzes in the direction of the New England Patriots and there are unblocked individuals coming at Tom Brady. Usually there's somebody accountable for everybody, and you make sure that you don't just get a fresh hit on Tom Brady, which was happening quite too often last night. In the middle of the game, Tom Brady certainly looked better than he looked at the beginning of the game or near the end of the game, but the bottom line is that he was getting a hat put on him. He was feeling it at age 42. We saw it, and we can't ignore that. The other side to this, however, getting back to the Baltimore Ravens, on the offensive side of the ball, you've got a New England Patriots squad that is more than capable of defending against most teams if you're traditional and conventional. The problem is Lamar Jackson is neither of those things. And this brother and what he's able to do with his feet and the moxie and just the bravado that he doesn't mind skating around on you whatsoever. He doesn't mind juking you and running with the football and making things effective that way. He ran for 63 yards last night. I'm looking at this guy right now and the kind of problems he's capable of causing New England, strictly because of his running ability alone, says to me, this is a problem they know they're going to have. It's going to be far more difficult to figure out because schematically it's not the only way to stop him. You can draw up the schemes all you want to. But if I got a spy on this brother, Max, and you in an open field against him, it still doesn't matter.
He's special.
And that's the problem.
Look, I understand what you're saying, but I think even then it does come down to Lamar Jackson completing passes down the field on first down especially. That will open up that other stuff. And if you take that away, then it's going to be a different story. It was last season. I believe it'll remain so this season. And that's because really what's Lamar Jackson the latest iteration of? You know, Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and then obviously the most obvious comparison, Mike Vick. It's the one-man RPO. You know, it's the one-man play action where Mike Vick, until Lamar Jackson did it best, like, am I going to run or am I going to throw? You don't know what, so it's going to be a problem. But for Lamar to really be ultimately successful, he's got to complete those passes down the field first down to open that up.
Can I add one thing, too? I was watching Countdown on Sunday, and Teddy Bruschi was bringing this up. When you're the New England Patriots, A lot of other teams, when they come to play them, they kind of act like fans. He was bringing up how the Cleveland Browns came bearing gifts. They're giving Brady their cleats, taking them off.
Yep.
That when they would play Baltimore all the way back to when he was playing, that it was that different approach. They don't care who they are. And that comes from John Harbaugh.
That comes from, well, it comes from John Harbaugh now.
Yeah.
But back then it came from Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
Yes,
too.
and that defense, of course.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you see it, Harbaugh,
And
Tomlin.
Suggs, to
But they're
a
not
degree.
scared of them. They're not
Right.
fans. They're not the whole deal. They're just ready to play.
You have to have so much respect for the Ravens organization.
They're blue collar.
No matter what level of talent, now they have a lot at quarterback, they compete year in and year out.
Yep, and Ed Reed was there on the sidelines. All right, guys, a week from today, be sure to watch First Take honors America's Heroes, as we should. A live show from David Montham Air Base. We're going to be in Arizona. Jag superstar Leonard Fournette will be with us, and Calais Campbell will join us with the troops, plus many surprises and all the debate you can handle. So tune in next Friday, November 8th, as First Take honors our true heroes. Please join us. Still to come on First Take, is it time for an immediate change in